Hello, everybody, and welcome to the National Hockey Now Network. I'm Matt Meager on behalf of National Hockey Now, and today we're going to be looking at the big Czech defenseman out of the Seattle Thunderbirds, Radim Mrtka. This is an absolute giant of a teenager, 17 years old, 6 foot 6 inches tall, and 216 pounds, and he's a right shot defenseman. While playing in Czechia, Radim Mrtka was mostly a shutdown guy. He didn't really have a lot of offensive production, but after coming over to the Seattle Thunderbirds, he managed to put up 35 points in 43 games played, 3 goals, and 32 assists. So he's developing an offensive touch. In this video, we're going to be looking at the skills and traits that make Radim Mrtka the player that he is. We're going to look at his skating, his physicality, his shooting, his playmaking, and his defensive plays. So without further ado, let's get into it. You wouldn't really expect it from somebody that's 6'6", but Radim Mrtka is a fairly nice skater. He's fairly agile and he's decently fast. Obviously, for somebody that's 6'6", he's not an absolute speed killer, but for a defenseman, he's got decent skating. Showing off a little bit of his agility and edge work here with a little spinneroonie. He's definitely not a stationary defenseman. He uses the defensive zone. He skates around quite a bit, as you can see here. Makes a pass, continues cycling. Comes behind his net, gains a bit of speed. A couple of stick handles, gains the neutral zone, makes a pass. Just a good breakout. Again, comes forward, gains the neutral zone, dumps it in, continues to chase, first to the puck. Almost centered that perfectly. For someone so big, you'd expect Radim Mrtka to be a little bit more physical than he is. That's not to say he doesn't play physically at all, because he does sometimes, but other times he seems to shy away from contact. You can see here, for somebody that's 6'6", you'd think he'd hit a little harder than that. But he does have a bit of physicality to him. See, he pins him against the boards, keeps battling with them. Decent hits. Nothing, he's not laying people out like a Kashan Aitchison does, but he's got a decent amount of physicality. That's a big hit right there. Radim Mrtka has a pretty decent shot. It's not an absolute missile, but he gets them through, he creates rebounds with them, and he can float it into a corner. But his shot isn't exceptionally hard by any means. Radim Mrtka does have some flashes of brilliance with his shooting, like this one comes in, nice little rip right there. That's a good shot. Then you look at this shot from the point. This is an absolute laser. This is an okay shot on the shootout. This is the nicest shot I've seen from him, period. And he's got a decent little floater too. Like, he sticks that one in from distance. Not a hard shot, but it was accurate. And he's got a nice shot like that right there. Low to cause a rebound. I really like that. Mrtka's greatest offensive skill is his playmaking. This is where he makes his paycheck on the offense. And it's not just passing either. Here he uses his skating and a little bit of deception to get out of his zone, make a nice little pass, and then get a zone entry. This is a nice play, all in all. Carries the puck up alone, goes in behind the net, makes a really threatening pass right here. That guy just whiffed. Nothing fancy here, just a really nice, hard, crisp pass. And one more time, coming out of the zone, and just a nice, hard, quick pass. He's got a decent stretch breakout pass too, as you can see right here in this clip. 2-line pass right there. And he has a little bit of deception to his playmaking too. Like, this is a nice little draw pass. I don't think anybody saw that coming. He has some nice defensive capabilities, particularly his stick and his ability to rub people out on the boards just due to his size. Like this right here, just ties the guy up, forces him off the puck. Nice active stick there. Doesn't give up on the play. Doesn't let the guy by him. Again with this one. Long reach. Nice active stick. Pokes it out. Gets it in his feet. Slows down the play. Gets it out of there. This is just a showcase of his defensive capabilities. Shot blocks. Gets stick on puck. Boxes the guy out at the wall. And then gets it out of there. This one here. Nice active stick. Refuses to give up body position, and then just powers him off the puck. Here's another example of his active stick. It's in his feet, gets stick on puck, stick on puck, stick on puck, strips it, And then causes the breakout right here with a nice pass. And this, he's coming from behind the net. This is a really nice poke check to force it out, get it clear. That's beautiful. Well, that's going to do it for this look into Radim Mrtka. I'm Matt Meager on behalf of National Hockey Now. Thank you so much for watching. If you could like, share, and subscribe, it would mean a lot to us. Keep your eyes peeled because more of these are coming. See you in the next one.